Ladies and gentlemen, we move on to our next match of the evening. And I'd like you to welcome our first athlete to the table. He hails from Georgia and is the current reigning and defending champion of the East versus West series. Please welcome Davit Samushia.
Davit Samushia, most dominant East versus West champion. He is just a machine of arm wrestling, and he said in his interview, he wants the people to get what they want. We are scheduled for 5 rounds in this world title match. Davit Samushia always is here to fight, finds a way to a victory, which is always very, very impressive. Georgian power.
Ladies and gentlemen, his opponent hails from the great arm wrestling nation of Kazakhstan, making his debut here at East versus West. Welcome Abdulmanaf Tuzuyev.
Abdulmanaf Tuzuyev, 24 years old, 81 kilos weighed in, 4 kilos below the weight limit. He said he's prepared, has a blisteringly fast, insanely strong hook, and is ready to put it to work today. We might see the new welterweight world champion with right arm. Abdulmanaf versus Davit Samushia. This is for the world title. They're taking the grip straight away, both of them. If you can see their leg placement, they put their right leg right on the leg of the table. Gonna pushing in. It's gonna be a hook battle. There's no going around. Davit Samushia is insanely strong in his hook, but he's very versatile. He can do a lot of things on arm wrestling table, and I believe this is what he's gonna do. Trying to get a little bit better. Goes for another chalk up. Abdulmanaf was ready to go. Power, speed versus control.
Kia.
No. Ready for the go?
Abdulmanaf blister. Oh!
And maybe misses the start. And goes straight to the pad. Abdulmanaf Tuzuyev takes the first round off of Davit Samushia.
Tuzuyev announces himself in expected fashion. Everyone knew the route. Everyone knew where the threat was. Davit Samushia not happy.
Not happy. I think he missed the go. I think there was some kind of miscommunication between him and the referee. Felt like he was ready, but nothing. There was no response from him. Very interesting. I would love to...
I was trying to spot what he was concerned about, because the hands came off and there was the go.
There was the go. Yeah.
What was the issue there?
Maybe Abdulmanaf just too strong.
That's what it looked like.
Yeah. So round number 1, Abdulmanaf Tuzuyev takes the round from the champ.
Tuzuyev. This guy's got pedigree, 2022 WAF world champion. And let's be honest, very unfortunate not to be 2023 world champion. He took the pin and lost the title on a technicality.
Yeah. Things like that happen. Arm wrestling in a WAF world level is very, very strict, and every athlete wants to win. So unfortunate for him, but he's trying to turn it down and take another world title right here from Davit Samushia.
And interesting.
Again, by the setup, you can see both are going inside. I was looking for that stop, but it didn't come.
Abdulmanaf there
round number two
was giving it to Davit Samushia as he came back to the table, looked straight at him with a few choice words, and he feels like he's got something here.
Davit Samushia very, very far away with his elbow, almost at the back of the pad, trying to get a low position.
And a guy who's usually so calm, Ray, looks really flustered.
It's good. It's good to see him pissed. Why not, right?
I think he needs that wake-up call. And the other thing that's really interesting is the position on the pad. Samushia choosing to be right.
Yeah.
Right and back.
Right
and I think that's a mistake.
Yeah.
I'd go left middle.
Don't move.
Look at the commitment there again on the shoulder.
What is this? It's not referee's grip? Okay, we missed something. It's not referee's grip.
Big drive, better from Samushia.
Catches on a bicep, holds him right there. Tuzuyev stretches himself out.
Huge
elbow
foul.
Gets an elbow foul. Second elbow foul on Tuzuyev. Is it second? Shows one. Wait. One foul. One foul on Tuzuyev. Yeah. Still in round number 2. Tuzuyev looking ready. He again took the center away from Davit Samushia. Davit Samushia was just holding on for his dear life. Tuzuyev maybe, and that was the problem that he was expecting, that he might get stopped, and he really didn't have a plan to do after. Tuzuyev gets in a hook, gets the pronator, but can't take it back. Davit Samushia looking comfortable in a defensive hook position, which some people don't think exists. And what do we have? Second elbow foul. Davit Samushia, 1-1.
Now, that's interesting because normal order restored now, Ray. And also, the other thing I picked up on there in between rounds, watching Samushia, his issue in that first start was he felt like it was a jump. He felt like Abdulmanaf went away before the start because he said over to the referee and he said, your hands, he was showing him his hands were still on when he hit, and he felt that it was a jump start because the second time in the second round at the first hit, he said to him, that's the second time, he's done it again. But one thing we do now know is if there is a stop, Samushia wins.
Yeah. He was, again, in a press conference we heard from Tuzuyev. He said, well, I prepared to finish him in a hook real fast. And you asked what would happen when the match stops. We see what's happening.
At the end of that match there on the replay, you could see that Tuzuyev was dug in. He couldn't have been deeper. He couldn't have been attacking any harder.
No.
And Samushia had the ability and the presence of mind to look at the referee and say that's the second foul with an absolutely relaxed look on his face. Now, if you're in the Kazakhstan corner, you better be getting out those rosary beads or the holy water or something because that is not good.
No.
Samushia has some in the tank when it hits the hook.
Maybe the over cupping of the wrist is not helping right here. You cup and you help Samushia to be in his good spot. He has a good bicep defense. This is why he goes so far away with his elbow.
Here we go. Now, Tuzuyev got to change something up now because he cannot afford to land in that deep hook. Be ready. Whoa, little jump start there. Tuzuyev knows he's got to finish. Takes the warning. Knows he can serve another one, but it cannot go onto the net. The age-old question. The man who hits so hard, so fast, so explosive, once he's had the brakes put on a couple of times, how much of a difference does it make? One major difference is that Davit Samushia's confidence will have gone through the roof. Here we go. Samushia. Tuzuyev. Big drive, Tuzuyev digs deep and hard, but he cannot finish. And again, Samushia is equal to it. Coils at the base, and I think an elbow infringement there. It is.
Elbow. Yeah, he gets stuck in the same position in every single round right now. Looks like Davit Samushia is in absolute control. One elbow foul on Tuzuyev. Still round number 3, 1-1.
Elbow foul. It was the only option he had, we said earlier, in the Kamil Jablonski match. Sometimes you've got to take that foul. Be ready. Samushia, so aggressive on the center there. Looking to stop it deeper and earlier and does do it now. The reigning champion is in control. Davit Samushia of Georgia with the drive. There's another one. Little rest position there. Tuzuyev trying to soak it up, but another big drive from Samushia, and he thought it was a pin. Call to the referee. You can see how hard Abdulmanaf Tuzuyev is working, and it isn't enough. It's Davit Samushia with the win. The reigning champion with the win, Ray.
2-1. Davit Samushia back in the lead. He just needs one more to make this his victory, but we might see pulling of all 5 rounds.
Tuzuyev, nowhere to go there, Ray.
As soon as he gets stopped, like he said, yeah, he was kind of, when someone asked him that question, he was kind of shocked. He's like, I never thought of it. He's like, can someone stop me? And yeah, Davit Samushia definitely can stop you. Insane performance again from our champ. From most dominant champ.
He really is. And he's a bigger man. We're talking about a man that's cut weight to make this class. Tuzuyev, only 24 years old. This guy's young. He's coming through that incredible Kazakh machine. They're churning out champions. We're going to see more of them tonight. But what a young prospect this is. But so many times the question is asked of Davit Samushia. And the East versus West champion is equal to that question. And he underlines it, one pin away from retaining the title, Ray.
I think people are he's so underrated. Davit Samushia is an amazing arm wrestler. He will not only fight you, he'll fight you where you are strong. Because he's so shy about it. He doesn't shout it from the rooftops. He doesn't say it. He just shows it. And I don't think people have been watching. Go back and watch all of his matches. His arm wrestling ability and problem solving when he's losing around is amazing. We have seen him in every single title defense, almost every single title defense. It was been a war. He was fighting them and winning.
Ready.
Round number 4.
Don't move. No. No.
I felt like Davit. I felt Samushia, but they didn't expect it from Samushia, you know.
He looks honest.
He looks honest, Davit.
He's got that on his face.
Yes. Yeah. He's always so calm throughout all week here, just chilling. We had an interview. He doesn't speak a lot, but he loves the sport. And he said, this is for the fans. I'm pulling for the fans. I want to show them they get their money worth from me pulling. And definitely.
He wants to start now. Watch for that big drive, and Samushia again.
Catches him.
It catches deep, and Tuzuyev couldn't try any harder. Look at the face of the Kazakh as he drives in there, but it's
Fully
not enough.
supinated. Fully supinated. But getting separated under the bicep, and Samushia takes the win. 3-1. 3-1.
Retains the title. Davit Samushia takes that one.
One more round. So every title match, it's 5 rounds. Davit Samushia is the victor, but we might see one more. I might try one more. Yeah. I would love to see, maybe a strap would make a difference, but I don't think it would make a job for Samushia easier. I felt like even here, he got the control and he catched him.
Yeah, I mean, my hat's got to come off to Abdulmanaf there, because he couldn't have gone any harder. I mean, the lad, he's 24 years old, and he threw every fibre of his being into that match. And it's worth him pulling this round. Just try something else now. You've got nothing to lose. Just change it up a little bit. It's great match experience. You're on the big stage. You're pulling the champion. Just enjoy the moment now and try something else.
What I really liked was Irakli was sitting down, while Davit was standing.
You know when your mates are in the house.
Davit Samushia just showing us amazing arm wrestling ability. He knows he has this match. He knows he can stop him. He knows he can beat him, and he's very confident. Round number 5, let's see where this goes and what they're going to do. Maybe, you know, this maybe is the time for them to experiment.
Yeah, I think it's certainly for Tuzuyev, I would think that he really needs to just get his head up, enjoy this moment, and go for the match. Try to make it count. Tuzuyev.
Round number 5.
Samushia. Samushia not happy again on that start. I think he felt like his thumb knuckle was covered. I said Tuzuyev should try something. He's trying the old cover the dude's thumb.
Go and do something.
Hey, if I can't do it straight up, let's try some sneaky stuff.
Yeah. Maybe referee's grip is coming. They're both kind of trying to tell. But all the setups have been pretty good. Like you see, Davit is straight away in a good position.
Tuzuyev looks like he's setting up a top roll here.
Yes, right? Yes. It's a good time to experiment. Why not?
24 years of age. You've got the opportunity to do so.
I think Tuzuyev is loading on his hand, on Davit's hand. This is why he felt so uncomfortable.
And he needs to find a different way because it's cruel.
One warning.
Yeah. I hope he can just relax enough to actually get the match underway. We don't want to see this one end on fouls. And I think sometimes when you're in this situation, I don't want to say the refs have got to take it easy, but the match is over. It's hard to watch the thing end on fouls at this stage. Just chill out, guys. Tuzuyev trying to set up that top roll. 20. What a talent this lad is.
A little bit of low hand top roll. He went balls to the wall the last round.
Yeah. He's got an ace move. We've seen it. Tonight it didn't come off. What else have you got? Abdulmanaf, Tuzuyev. Not enough.
Sucks him in a hook.
Yeah. Samushia is brilliant. The block there, Ray.
Great arm
Textbook. Ray going to head down to catch up with the reigning champion, Davit Samushia. Great to see the sportsmanship there as Irakli Zirakashvili, who we'll see in action a little later tonight, comes over just to congratulate his teammate. And still, East versus West welterweight champion of the world, Davit Samushia of Georgia. Really impressive performance so many times. Engin Terzi has thrown venomous opponents the way of Davit Samushia, but as you could see, he was caught napping on that first start, clearly remonstrated with the referee at that point, felt that it was a jump start. You can see him turn immediately to the referee and say, that was a jump start, but he kept his head together. And there's that second drive we saw from Tuzuyev, and once again, Davit Samushia was the first man. I remember this round, he looked up at the referee calmly, told him that was another foul. But when he found that resting spot at the base, Davit Samushia had that extra gear. He just had a little bit too much top end, and when it came time to set the match in the center of the table, he was the man who could dominate. And that was the story of the defense for the reigning champion of the world, Davit Samushia. Abdulmanaf Tuzuyev, unable to get the result tonight, but at 24 years of age, you do feel like the future is very bright for the young man from Kazakhstan. Brave enough to try a top roll in that last round, couldn't make it stick, and the dominance of Davit Samushia was there to be seen. He's the champion, and he's with Ray.
The most dominant East versus West champion, Davit Samushia. Another amazing title offense against very strong Abdulmanaf Tuzuyev. Belt presented by Malin. This man has more belts and helmets and shields than anyone else. Another victory. How do you feel?
ძალიან გახარებული ვარ. კიდე ემოციებში ვარ და მინდა ყველას უსურვო რომ ეს შეგრძნება განიცადოს რა. სამაგარი შეგრძნება ჩემპიონობა.
So he's saying he's still under heavy emotions, adrenaline rush, and he wishes every single one who is enjoying the arm wrestling to once, at least in a lifetime, feel this excitement and experience.
What happened on that round one? Did you think there was a false start from him?
ნუ მეც ვფიქრობ რომ ფოლ სტარტი იყო, იმიტომ რომ ცოტა ადრე მოხდა ესე თქვა შეჯიბრის დაწყება. ნუ ფასტ სტარტი იყო ჩემი გადმოსახედიდან, ფასტ სტარტი აღნიშნე კიდევაც ხო და. ნუ მთავარია გავიმარჯვე, მადლობას ვუხდი ჩემს მოწინააღმდეგეს აბდულმანაც, საუკეთესო არის, ძალიან ძლიერი სპორტსმენია და უსურვებ შემდგომში წარმატებას.
He said that in my eyes, like I felt that it was false start, but main thing is that I managed to become victorious. So he's thankful for that.
That was absolutely amazing match. Can't wait to see more of you. I think you're ready to go to another level, different weight class.
საოცარი მატჩი იყო და ერთი სული გვაქვსო, როდის ვიხილავთო, შეიძლებაო ავიდესო ერთი კატეგორიით მაღალ საფეხურზეო.
ნუ მაგასთან დაკავშირებით ზუსტი პასუხის გაცემა ამ ეტაპზე ცოტა მერტულება, ზუსტ პასუხს ვერ გეტყვით. ჯერ მე და ენგინს გქონდა გასარკვევი რაღაცა და მე ვიფიქრებ რა ვიცი.
He's saying that right now I'm not thinking increasing my performing weight category because me and Engin, we still have something to sort things out. Yeah. Engin, if you hear, yeah, he doesn't want to go up yet until he's done with. Engin is coming already. There you go, guys.
We might see that. Engin Terzi, Davit Samushia. Davit Samushia, world champion again.
He's saying that you are historical man, you are great champion, but also you are making history right now as we speak. Thank you for that, Engin.